Oh, hello, I'm Blackbright, and I wanted to talk about, can I be black without my blackness? Now, for those of you who first time passing, you're welcome to click the thumbs up, the thumbs down. You're welcome to interact with my subscribers. You're welcome to share. You're welcome to subscribe. But yes, I decided to wake up this morning. Well, I didn't decide to wake up this morning. I actually woke up this morning, and I just, every morning my mind wanders if I'm in that frame of mind. This morning I allowed my mind to wander, and I was thinking, at what point am I black? Apart from my skin colour. And then I was thinking, I don't have a dog or anything like that. I don't have any pets. But I would imagine that I am very similar to most of my colleagues who are working, in that you might get up, make the bed, have a shower or a bath, clean your teeth, you make yourself a cup of tea. If you've got time, you make yourself some breakfast, you set up your laptop, you go to work or whatever it is. I would imagine, okay, you put on your clothes, you might put on your watch, you might, if we want to be pedantic, you open the door, you get in your car, you drive off to work, and when you reach there, you're saying hi to everybody. And what I'm saying is, at that point, I don't feel any different from anyone else. I feel exactly the same. And I recall, and I was trying to think, at what point am I black? And I recall when I went to school as a secondary school. And when I arrived, there was no blacks in my year. And so I hung around with white people, and I had a short stint in a foster home. And in that foster home, I was raised by a white woman and a Anglo-Asian. And I think there was a black boy there, and there's also my brother. But what I'm saying is that our colour wasn't drawn to our attention. We didn't feel different, and I didn't know I was different. When I found out I was different was when I went to school, and like I said, I was the only black girl in my class, and so I hung around with white girls. They were my mates, no difference. 2 years down the line, I think 2 or 3 years down the line, maybe the second wave of immigration, I don't know, but we started getting black people into the school. And when we started getting black people into the school, a few of them started bullying me and calling me some kind of traitor. And what am I doing hang arounding with white girls? And do I think I'm white? And really giving me a hard time. And at that point, it drew my attention to the fact that I was different. I suddenly realised, okay, they are a different colour than me. But apart from that, there was no differences. And then it drew me back to today when I was thinking, we've got everything that's going on. And I was watching Piers Morgan and Dizzee Rascal this morning. And Dizzee Rascal came on to promote his drive-in event, where it's going to be like America. You're going to have people in their cars, and they could probably stand around outside their cars, and he's got a great big stage, and he was really, really pleased with all the work he was putting in all these stadiums to promote his event. Anyway, he had spoken about the event, and then Piers Morgan said to him, Dizzie, not verbatim, but to something like this. He says, Dizzie, I would like to know your views on Black Lives Matter. What do you think? So Dizzie said to him, why are you asking me that? So Piers Morgan, I don't know, I think he was taken aback a little bit. He said, well, you're a black man, and I would just like to know your views. So Dizzie said something like, well, I'm here to promote a drive-in. I haven't really got any views about Black Lives Matter. He said, we're here to talk about the drive-in. It's this lovely sunny day, and it's too early in the morning, and I don't really want to get into no negative back and forth. So I don't really have any views. So then Piers Morgan pressures him a little bit and says, well, you are an influential person. You know, I'm sure there are many people who are watching this who would like to know your views on Black Lives Matter. And then it was quite light-hearted. I mean, the media are making out like there was this vicious spate going on between them, but it was very light-hearted. But it was firm. There was assertiveness going on, but not aggression. So Dizzie says to him, oh, Piers, I can sense you're getting a bit bullyish here. I really don't want to talk about it. It's not really something I came here to talk about. He says, if you want to get somebody on here to talk about those issues, bring a caller on. He's more experienced. He knows how to say things, blah, blah, blah. So they kind of said, oh, we've had a caller on, but they wanted to hear it. Anyway, it went back and forth until Dizzie started getting more assertive. And then, what's his name? Piers Morgan said, you know, you're an influential black man. You're prominent in the, you know, in the arena. You know, I'd really like to know your views. And he said, why are you getting so aggressive? And so Dizzie then chirps up, so now I'm one of those aggressive black men now. But it's amazing. Why I'm saying this is because it's amazing that just because Dizzie is black, coloured black, he is supposed to be an authority on Black Lives Matter. And, you know, at that point, his blackness comes on the stage, not Dizzee Rascal, the entertainer. And that's what I'm saying. It's other people that draw attention to our blackness, not us. Because when we go to work, we don't say, oh, can I touch your hair? Oh, it's so curly, it's so tight. Oh, your food, it smells really spicy. Oh, I love spicy food. Oh, did you make that? Oh, what's that over there? What's that in there? Oh, that looks different. Oh, it's got a funny smell. Oh, I don't like. We wouldn't dream of doing that. But it's almost like black people, after all the centuries, we're still a novelty. People are still curious about what happens behind our black skin. Our black skin is not enough. The black skin, which is a visage, seems to be hiding a wealth of goods that certain white people are curious about. And as a result, they want to try and siphon out what it is, what makes us tick, how we think, stuff like that. So I think at what point, why can't we be black without our blackness? I called it that because that is what it feels like. You know, we're not just a melting pot. We're not just a multicultural society. It's almost like we are, we have to be constantly justifying our existence or representing ourselves and our people when, you know, we're no different from anyone else. Like I said, we get up, we make the same tea, we, you know, put on your shoes, you go to the loo. It's no different, the fact that our skin colour is different. And it kind of made me think that at that point, when Piers Morgan asked Dizzee Rascal about Black Lives Matter, and he said, why are you asking me that? And he said, because you're a black man. It then begs the question, so was he on the stage, on the TV, as a black man? Or was he had he been invited on Good Morning Britain as Dizzee Rascal, the entertainer? And how relevant in these times when they're looking for representation is colour? And is this about positive discrimination as opposed to negative discrimination? So it was just a thought. So I'm just playing around with the idea. If you have any thoughts about that, you might think I'm bloody loony for all I know, but you know, it's just a thought because, yeah, I just think, you know, we all do the same thing. And the only time blackness becomes a question is when it's drawn to our attention. I mean, when kids are walking up and down the street, they're not thinking, I'm black. They're thinking, I'm going out and meeting my mates. and we all go down and walk in the park, or we'll go to, you know what makes them black? When the police start racial profiling them, when the police start targeting them and approaching them, that's when they think, oh, I'm a black man, I'm a young black man. That's when it triggers that they're different. The treatment of other people. So, food for thought. You can let me have your opinion. Call me crazy if you will. But hey, that's what we're here for, aren't we? To have a good old debate and discussion. So that's all for now. Bye-bye.